What were you saying?
So we have 4 main clans in the Gyase. That is the presidential staffers of Otumfuo. And there are 11 what you call clans for the Asante nation. 4 of them take care of his daily activities, and that is what we call the Gyase.
Yes.
And of the Gyase, there are 4 main clans. One of them is Manhyia, and I am the head of Manhyia.
And what is the function of Manhyia?
The function of Manhyia is that we perform mainly protocol activities. And you see, our traditional roles, we are supposed to go to the stool houses, and each one of them is done with the Otumfuo. Right. If Otumfuo is around, we assist him in his normal traditional roles. Yes.
What are the other 3 divisions of the Gyase?
The other 3 divisions of Gyase is the main group, which is Gyase, and they are part of Gyase. They are sub-directors in the Gyase unit. He is with Dade Swaba, he is with Ananta. They are more of military, they perform more of military functions. You see, you always, in an army, we have divisions.
Yes.
You have the 37th division, which is headed by a general, or headed by, they are the generals. So they are generals, their main function is to protect the integrity of the palace. And any time that anybody would have to invade, you have to overcome these people before you get in there.
My name is Bafo.
And your function?
My function is to protect.
You see, the security and the integrity of the nation is embedded in the golden stool. We have a stool that we believe is spiritual. The stool is supposed to have descended from the heavens. And all the people of Asante, our soul is willed in the stool. And that stool can never be given out. And we need these military mights to protect and guide it, so that before you can have any access, any entry to where the thing is, you have to overcome these generals.
So part of their responsibility is guarding the golden stool in addition to Otumfuo.
Yes, you see, there's no difference between the Otumfuo and the golden stool. Otumfuo is a spirit person, and his spirit is embedded in the golden stool, so that we don't differentiate between the golden stool and the Otumfuo. You understand? It's just like what the Catholics talk about, the Holy Spirit, the Jesus Christ, and the God person. We believe in that. We believe that our Otumfuo, our spirit as a nation, and then the golden stool are all enshrined in. It's something of a mystery that we cannot explain to you.
Now,
we believe in it.
Yes, we believe in it too.
Okay.
Many of us do.
That's very.
Now, what is the 4th division? One, two,
we have,
three.
you see, the last person who ascended the throne. That is the one that we are mourning today. It is a continuity. We don't believe in any break. The last person who ascended the throne is Otumfuo Opoguari. And during his time, he believed that in modern terms, we should be thinking about development. And development in our language is what we talk about in Kosovo. So he has created a new division, whereby it's not just the military. Our ancestors were more geared towards war. But present day, we believe that there should be development. Our people their lives should be improved. So he created the Kosovo division. So that is the 4th. So apart from Gyase and Kobia, Manhyia, now we have Kosovo.
Now,
this is a new creation.
Now, who was the head of Nkobia?
The head of Nkobia is Bafo Nkobia, and he is also in charge of a portion of the duties that we do at the palace.
So it's in
All
the
the guns, all the, what do you call, the people who hold the sword of office, they are all under the umbrella.
Yes, no?
And secondly, the olden days, in times of war, he always
Stayed about. Yes.
so that if any army invade later on, then he takes command over it.
Actually, we have a history that said that there was a time we went to war. As we were conquering in the other states, some people took a strategy and came down, came back, and as it were, destroyed our back. So by the time we got back, things had been destroyed. So because of that, it became necessary that we created a division that would look after the nation state, always behind.
Was this during the Interior War?
No, this is later on.
Later.
3 generations after.
Yes, this is Asante.
Yes, the culture is extremely rich here. One of the greatest civilizations on the planet Earth.
You see, we need people to help develop that rich culture that we have. You see, I cannot measure them in any terms. You see, because each individual has so much history. If you should concentrate on the general sitting on your left side, it can take you for almost 5 hours just talking about what has gone on in the history. Similarly, the same thing applies to this other general, and then to my division. You get me? So that we have so much that it will be very difficult for anybody to pull it down. It will be very, very difficult to pull it down. That is what you are seeing now. That is what you are seeing in the palace now.
Is what is existing in Asante nation. In Ghana in general.
Yes.
See, I'll give you, I know President Clinton is a very powerful man. But you see, when it comes to people who attend to him, you cannot compare him to our great king. We have people straight down from the people who handle the fingernails. We have people who handle the hair. We have people who even handle the sputum that he puts down. You understand? Everything that has to do with this great king has a whole retinue of people handling it. When it comes to the wives, there are so many divisions who are handling the wives. So we have a lot in as far as, that one person. And as I said, it is not a person, it is a person's spirit state, which is emboldened in the golden stool. There are people who also cater for the golden stool. There are people who also have all the history to do with the golden stool. I mean, when we're talking about these people, you're talking about in terms of about 500, 1,000 people all talking about this. Another great general has come. You can focus on him. He's a chief of a town, and his function is not only catering for the natives of the town. He also has some duties to perform here. He's in the Gyase, the mainstream Gyase. He's one of the subdivisional chiefs. He's one of the most powerful people. I think he's here. You can ask him what he means.
What is your name?
He's my uncle.
Oh, what is your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Nana Kimati. I am Boafo.
And your responsibilities to the Asante people are?
Yes, to the Asante people. I'm Gyase, one of the clan chiefs of Gyase division.
And what are your responsibilities to the nation?
As a Gyase,
As a Gyase to the nation?
Responsibility as Gyase for the nation. Well,
Your job.
we two was housekeepers. I'm one of the housekeepers. Yes.
What do you mean by housekeeper?
Well, we are solely confined to this house. You see,
Whether he's
as the
in
bodyguard.
or out.
And whatever that
We are talking about we are talking about presidential staffers.
That's right.
When you go to the White House, he has his staffers. He is part of the people who serve under. Yes.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
You know, you see what I'm holding now? It's
Yes.
very, very significant. This is it's a small sword, and
Sikan?
it's not a sikan. It's
No.
more of a baffle than a sikan.
Baffle.
What it does is that in those times when judgment was just pronounced and the punishment could even be instant death.
Yes.
I have the authority to just, finish the person off, stab the person straight down.
So that's not Sipo. That's not the one.
It's part of the book, but it's not like a sipo. A sipo is an ordinary instrument. This was a special instrument given to about 3 or 4 people who had the right to cause the death of people who caused trouble to the state.
Ah, beautiful. So what do you call that instrument?
This instrument is only significant in as far as my name is concerned. When you look around, this general sitting by you
Yes.
is called a baffle.
Uh-huh.
This general is also a baffle. I am also a baffle Marehini. We are not Nana. Most chiefs are Nanas, but we are not Nanas.
Why?
Yes, because of the functions that we performed some years ago. It's more like a general in a war. Our achievements those times, gave us the title warriors. We are more of warriors than ordinary.
So what does Wafo mean? What is the meaning of Bafo?
It's a title. Thank you very
And
much.
what is the meaning of it?
Well, we have doctors, we have professors.
No, it's just like asking me what's the meaning of Mister. I cannot
Mister?
give you. Mister is a title.
a title.
Bafo is also a
Doctor is
title.
a title.
Doctor
Professor
is a title.
But English is a weak language. Your language is much deeper.
You see, Bafo, the closest I can talk about is its connection to a sword called Baf. And that sword had that ability, gave you that capability to,
Bring death.
yes, to bring death. To bring death. That's the most appropriate. So
Excellent.
people like that, he is using a gun. I am using, a knife. And he is also using a gun.
You use a gun? I thought you
He
used a
uses a gun. That deer.
That deer?
Iron. Iron, steel, iron. That is that deer.
Beautiful. This is a fantastic culture. So fantastic.
What do you call publicity? We have to talk to him behind closed doors. Yes.
Okay.
You alone shouldn't be exposed to anybody.
May I say this? The Nana sitting by you, you see, as you see, Poku at the second is now off. The first creator by Poku at the first is He's the first son. If you were to be a son, I would say he's the first son. Poku at the first created the first chief ever created.
Now the second chief of the dynasty. Yes, the second chief of the dynasty. After Setutu, the next person was
Poku at the first. And he is the first chief. That's Poku at the first created.
Oh, really?
Yes. Something happened during Osetutu's time. And so immediately Opoku the first succeeded Osetutu. He found that he had to get a warrior. And it was through certain things that this man was able to pick to create him as a warrior. So he was the first warrior that was created by Opoku the first. And he's my nephew.
Myself,
Who?
My nephew.
were created on the same day.
On the same day, he created him in the morning and you created in the afternoon.
Oh, he was created in the afternoon?
Be that you go home.
He created him in the morning. You see? And this man was created in the afternoon.
When the same day.
At the same day. And so he is the senior. They were the two warriors that the Poku had created. And it stems from
Actually,
something that
I'll give you a background. The background is that Asante created the nation states, but Opokuwari extended the frontiers of Asante. He moved more than 300 miles from this.
And then also he created this man, Nana here.
Which one?
The two-man.
Two-man, two-henny?
Yes, two-man, two-man.
That is my second in command.
Undefeatable chief.
Undefeatable.
Yes.
That is the meaning?
You can never.
Never. On war. You can't move me. Yeah.
And what is your function?
I went to war, as we are saying, during the wartime, no one defeated me. That's why they give me the title two-man chief.
So you cannot remove function.
You see, our state does not thrive on functions. We have people who perform certain functions. But what is important is that some events are symbolized by the creation of certain chiefs. You know, you can just mention a chief like Mre Ama. Mre Ama means I didn't have the opportunity to show my powers, my greatness. That has nothing to do with a function, but it symbolizes the fact that because of the creation that I have made, you can see me anytime you see Mre Ama. We have people like Ayebiachre. I'm doing it so that people can see. It's not always that we do, you know, we create positions to show functions. So two men two can only you know, for you to realize that the person can never be removed. Rock of Gibraltar, like he mentioned. You understand? So we create not only for function, but for the significance of the event. Yes. So it's not always that you have to look at it, what is your function?
Right.
It is because if it had not been created, there will not be any history about the event. So most of the time something happens, it's so big, the only thing you are overwhelmed, and the only thing you can do is to create, you know, to symbolize the event. And the person is given powers, you know, so that you can always look at the event as something very important.
Woo.
Correct.
But the most
Yes.
important